Hello, my name's Jonathan Boakes of Darkling Room. I'm just having a look around a level from my last game, which was Darkfall Ghost Vigil. This is the main lobby of Harwood House. I'm currently looking at it in the Photon 2 engine for Unity, which is a co-op plugin. Currently set to its deathmatch first-person shooter mode, which is why I have an enormous gun. There we go, that's better. And the reason I'm having a look around the level is because my next Darkfall will be full 3D, because I need lots of bits, basically, to be falling in the sea, a constant storm, and lots of visual effects that will actually just be really beneficial if I do them in 3D. That doesn't mean to say it won't operate as a point and click. If you remember with Ghost Vigil, you'd kind of like be in a node like this, and then you would click and it would go to the next node, but you wouldn't get any of this nice transition in between, which is what I'll gain by doing it in 3D. You also get to look at a lot of things, especially if there's a free roam as well. I mean, there's always details which I think just get missed, because there's only so many things that I want to have close-ups on, and obviously if it's free roam, as a director I lose that ability to show you what I want you to see, but I think you gain a lot of exploration, an atmosphere. For example, here's something I've been just doing recently, which is footstep sounds. So squelch, squelch for this wet patch in the middle, off into footsteps on boards, a bit of tile onto carpet. Oh, hello. Ooh. Certainly, definitely you get more of a sense of being able to look around, which is quite fun for me as well, because obviously the entire environment was built in low polygon anyway. Very detailed, but at the same time everything is pretty low poly. So yeah, it was kind of built in mind to one day have this more of as a 3D experience. And obviously the big temptation is to tack on the side of Storm Warning, the next Darkfall, would be some kind of co-op kind of gameplay. Because systems like this, Photon 2, or just Photon, and others, are kind of like built to handle a lot of that kind of functionality for you. And obviously I'm a big fan of recent Phasmophobia. It's quite nice. It is very nice to play something that's ghost hunting that's not actually had to be made by me, because there's not an awful lot of straightforward ghost hunting games. And even in fact Phas basically has to, you know, lean on zombies basically for some terror, and I don't think terror is really kind of like the Darkfall thing. I think creeping dread and eeriness definitely, but not being pursued by axe wielding murderers from an Essex pack. That was an interesting room in Ghost Vigil. There's quite a lot of visual effects going on in this one, the nursery. Things like that can be replicated, because it's basically was produced in a 3D engine to begin with. Being able to actually have a look around myself is actually really fun. I mean, right now, if that school bell went off and it was terrifying or terrifyingly loud, you'd definitely be thinking, what's a good hiding spot? Especially if something ectoplasmic is about to turn up. Obviously, there's plenty of places to hide, and the nice thing about being free roam is you'd get to choose basically where that is, rather than looking for a click region that says, oh, you're safe here, because there's not much fun in that. So I'd feel quite safe here, I think. But who knows? If you're wondering what this white cube is, it's an example of something that plagues all 3D level designers, is what you do with doors. I mean, basically it's something that's been in chats and things recently, is do you have them so you can click and pull them closed? So for example here, you'd click and you'd pull it yourself. Or do you rely more on a click? And I always favour a click, because you get a nice definite feeling of the door being either open or closed. Obviously, if there was other players here, we'd all be fighting over closing and opening the same door. But not as messily so as some of the physics doors that I've seen recently. You know, the kind of ones that open both ways and this kind of thing. It's kind of unrealistic. Game doors. Right. So from me at a very creaky, empty and deserted Harwood House to you wherever you are, it is nice to give you a little update. Next game from me will be Lamana, which I've had a blast making. A couple of on and off moments, but I think it benefited. It's been a bit of a weird time. Each time I've gone back to the project, actually, after taking a couple of weeks off, I'm kind of like, oh, I love this. Whereas sometimes you're going to just start thinking like it's on top of you, and taking a little break's always a good idea. There is so much more detail, actually, in the original 3D version that I just don't think you get in the Node version at all. Scratch and sniff stickers. Ooh, skunk. Wonder what that would smell like. And then after Lamana, obviously I'm very keen to do Black and Rock. Now that Matt's a little bit more up for the challenge. We've sought some help with that as well to get past a couple of technical issues, basically, that we've always kept quiet about. But, you know, DirectX, Windows, I really don't want to talk about it now. But no, we've kind of got those issues are going to be, well, they are fixed, actually. So I'm looking forward to getting that game done. I mean, I can promise you, no one's going to be more happy than me when Black and Rock comes out, because then I can then move on into Unity and bring the next slice, basically, to us a lot faster. Which is the other thing about Lamana. It's given me an opportunity to actually just learn how to do a lot of this stuff myself, which means I can just do it myself and I don't have to rely on other people, which is something I've never been that keen on. And I think I like doing the Darkfall ones because they kind of are my thing. I was doing them first. The last game did really quite well, to be honest, for what it is, a point and click Myst style ghost hunting adventure. But I think with a few whizzes and bangs and some of this more 3D functionality and potentially a little bit of co-op, I think it could actually just have a bit of legs as a thing. So I'd be keen to basically go back to the Pier and Storm Warning probably around winter time, once Silent Night's out as well, get all the backlog out the way and then focus properly, you know, with the freedom that that will bring. And I can't wait to just bring some creepy environments to life, you know, with that constant sound of the rumbling sea outside of Pier and the creaks of the metals. It'll be amazing. But this is not it. The Pier will be definitely somewhere that's going to be really quite cool to explore. I might even recycle some of these parts. I mean, some of this could easily become an old theatre if you doubled that staircase to the other side. I'm all about saving time, to be honest, and given the fact that we built this environment, you know, from scratch, I think there's a couple of assets. Like these, I knew these are assets, these cardboard boxes. Seriously, I can't be arsed making that. But everything else, the actual building, is based on Crookham Court in Oxfordshire, which itself had a horrible history. You can look that one up if you want. It's not pleasant. And has recently been turned into a load of luxury... well, actually, the whole place is for rent as a house. I was half tempted if I ever become a millionaire, I'm going to throw a big party, basically, at this place. It looks quite different now, obviously. They've put glass bridge across this middle section here. And all these rooms, basically off of the sides, are all bedrooms. And they even put a piano... Weirdly, they put a piano where I put the piano in the house, which I think is very strange. So, yeah. So, one haunted house to another. Lots to look forward to. Quick running order, Lamana, Black and Rock, Silent Night, and then my next Darkfall will be peeping around the corner, I think. Goodbye.